Alright, hello everybody, this is Zacharias. We're back with more of Avadon 3 the Warborn. Now, I didn't say it in the last part, but I have been thinking about that twist regarding Miranda again. And I'm like, well, even though our characters in the last game did technically defeat her, I do like that she is still mentioned again. Like, I mean, we never truly killed her, so definitely really compelled to see more, for sure. I think that's a nice little twist there. Because, yeah, she wasn't really ever truly killed. So I like that they actually brought her back for this one. What a nice little twist there. And I know we could go back right now, but I'd much rather do a bit of cleanup here. And I do have a quest over here, too. Worst of them. What are y'all doing running away for? Oh, are they also going by that evading mechanic? I mean, come on, I'm ready to fight. I know I have griped a lot here, but I don't mind fighting y'all. This is very strange. Most of the planet is poisoned and dead, but just ahead, you see there's a stone floor with furniture. It looks like a building minus the walls and roof. It doesn't make any sense. But that, you suppose, matches everything you've heard about the corruption. The wild magic there can be strange, wild, and even whimsical. And deadly, always deadly. Well, I think we already learned in the last game that with all those illusions that happen, some wizards just tried to do things that were beyond their means, pretty much. Why are they automatically hasted like that, though? Okay. I really should be making use of my abilities a bit better here. Actually, first, but a healing potion, and then we'll do. Yeah, I should be making use of my abilities a little bit better here, but I also do kind of want to save vitality at the same time in a lot of instances. But I do like that Raylan is tanking quite a bit. How come he can't access this one yet? So yeah, I've griped quite a bit about the corruption, especially in that last part, or the last couple parts anyway, but I am really intrigued to see the corruption's role, and even more intrigued by what Miranda's role is going to be in all this. means she's clearly not fully dead if he was mentioned by those spirits. I do like that they brought her back. Alright, I don't want to exhaust too many healing potions. Let's just do self-heal. How are they automatically hasted? Is that just part of their mechanic? So far, it's just a lot of dead land here. Ah, more pests to clean up. No problem. I do like how the abilities are nerfed, but at the same time, still very much more usable. I do like that change. I thought that was one of those things that, where you jump right to the enemy and then do that. So yeah, I do like how the abilities are structured now on this one. Although, if there is a retrainer in the game like the first two, I might restructure my build a little bit more differently. Okay, so we have unlocked everything except for the worst of them camp right in here. I'd rather not kill that group up at that stone circle if I can avoid it. I mean, we could clear out the quest easier with that, but I want to see if we can actually beat back the corruption. Selena looks back at the strange patches of floor and furniture. They have fascinated her, which means, of course, that she needs to discuss it. Raylin, wasn't that interesting? How did that furniture get here? Where is it from? Have you considered it? What are the possibilities? I'm so glad you asked. One possibility is that the corruption stole the stuff. The floor, the furniture, the corruption pulled it here. The other possibility is that the corruption created the things out of raw magic. What do you think? I think the stuff gets made out of pure magic. Oh, I hope not. That is far beyond my power. Takes so much energy. It would keep my new idea for an invention from working. An invention? A new sort of turret. It automatically relocates creatures, or bits of creatures. I can see so many uses. Of course, making a mechanism that does the teleporting without unwanted bad effects would be very tricky. I would love a weapon like that. I'm so pleased. Some would be afraid. You are far more wise. I'm sure when we track down that thinking construct, you will still be brave. You and me, we aren't afraid of the unknown. We'll pull everyone else into it with us, like it or not. She smiles and walks alongside you, a skip in her step. I do like having a Tinker Mage in my party, regardless, because of how the abilities that the Tinker Mage has are really good and the turrets are good. Though, Jeff clearly wrote both Selena and Alcander from Avadon 2 as very ambitious and wanting to do something for their clan, pretty much. Okay, I'm assuming, obviously, that the way to get to him is right through this dungeon. Corrupted Screech Bat. It is so annoying that we have to deal with the Terrified effect with these. I mean, it's only one turn, but still. In my opinion, there should be a certain point where all my characters just should be able to resist the Terrified effect completely. But that's just me. So these things can poison and terrify, okay. Although, if I'm being honest, I don't mind Raylin sort of like tanking this still. Now, what the heck was that supposed to be? I know it was a screech, but... Oh, now you're the one terrified. Okay, whatever. Whatever, Bat. At least we're taking on these things one by one and not like facing a whole bunch of them. But then again, I might have just jinxed myself with that. Yeah, I pretty much jinxed myself because we have a bunch of rats over here. Whoever we're hunting now, though, sure picked a hell of a spot to do this, so. But yeah, as far as my first time playing this, I never actually did make it further than the Green Refuge area. I never went into the corruption. That was as far as I went as far as this game goes. So from here on out, I'm completely going to be brand new and blind to all future events. So learning that Miranda is still pretty much a presence in the corruption, I actually really like. So I can't wait to see where that goes. I'll be honest with you guys though, I mean, when compared to the Avernum trilogy, I still honestly prefer Avernum more. But I have enjoyed these games, despite my occasional, like, griping. But, you know what, that's just who I am. And once again, just to clarify, I've done this in quite a few videos. If I ever express, like, extreme frustration at times, or it seems like it, it's usually never going to be because of the game. If it is because of the game, then I would like a more walkthrough. Which I'm not doing here. But yeah, for the most part, it's always going to be me just being frustrated with, like, the current situation. It's not me taking it down on the game or anything, or gonna rage quit the game at any time. That's just not who I am. I mean, maybe if there was a future game walkthrough I did, and I end up canceling it, then maybe. But I don't want to lie to anybody about that. I'd rather just people know if I cancel something. Like, the playlist title would mention that, you know, canceled if I'm ever canceling a walkthrough. And I will definitely make it better known if I dislike a game and I have to cancel the playthrough, stuff like that. So, yeah, for the most part, it's never going to be me taking it out on the game or being mad at it, because I do enjoy the series. I have enjoyed the series since the first game. Because these were always games I had in my Steam library, of course. But they have been just sitting there, and you know what? I'm going to actually play them all and enjoy them. The only two I hadn't finished in the Avadon trilogy prior to my playthroughs, though, were Avadon 2 and Avadon 3. I did finish the first Avadon when I first played. So, I did finish the first Avadon before, but not these other two. But yeah, like I said, the furthest I made in ooh, lockpick. But yeah, the furthest I made before when I first played this game is making it to the Green Refuge and never actually going into the corruption. So like I said, all the stuff from now on is going to be brand new to me. So I can't wait. And another thing about, you know, if I ever feel like canceling walkthroughs, for the most part right now, it's unlikely because a lot of the games I have in my backlog are games I'm already familiar with, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. The only time where that might happen if it's a blind playthrough entirely, and I'm just not enjoying it at all. But for the most part, a lot of the games I'm going to cover on this channel are going to be stuff I'm familiar with already. Of course, don't get me wrong, I do like watching blind gameplay myself, because I think they can be funny, and also it's great seeing initial reactions to something. And so yeah, I hope to do that if I ever do a blind playthrough of something. Chances are I might, because there is one particular game coming up that I will want to have. Inexplicably, there is a Wild Realm warrior living in this miserable little camp. You would think a human couldn't live on this poisoned ground. Then you get a closer look at his hunched form and his gray, peeling skin. When he sees you, he uses his weapon to slowly lift himself to his feet. When he talks, it comes out as a gurgle, and ropes of drool drip from his lips. Arrgh. Hand of Avadon. I see the mark. I am foe. Your foe. I am Alric, fierce rebel. I have killed hands. Smiled, I did it. Roar. Die, rebel. Roar. Yes, kill me for mercy. Let me kill you for justice. Only way. Roar. He lunged at you, swinging his spear. I do like that Jeff does include all these options. Oh, what the heck. But I do like that Jeff does include all these options. To, you know, have dialogue and offer mercy at times, but some situations you're just not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to avoid it. There are some characters you'll just have to fight. But I still like it anyway, because it might make you think twice about, like, killing somebody. Or if you just want to explore the path of trying to offer a bit of mercy, you can do that. But nothing good ever has come out of the corruption, so I'm just gonna do my best to kill this guy. That's why I'm also worried about these area effect spells, because they're going to affect my teammates too. So yeah, he's taking damage from his own corruption spell. Alric stumbles. He is in great pain. He can sense the end is coming, and he is glad about it. But then the water around you starts to bubble. Alric howls, "No! Let me die! Let them kill me!" But then horror slowly, clumsily rise out of the water, determined to protect him. He turns the spear, trying to stab himself, but then something takes control of him. His eyes glaze over. He moves like the Walking Dead. With a long, incomprehensible gurgle, he stumbles towards you. Okay, this is, without a doubt, this is going to be a freaking mercy killing. Yeah, we're gonna put this guy out of his misery. I mean, there's no way we can help him otherwise. Ah, dang it! I don't have a. Well, I can just do a group heal. Wait, what's this diamond one that I have? Oh, that's just return inactive abilities. That was one of the things that had a different. It had this model in the last game, and now that's an assault crystal. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. You strike Alric with the mighty blow, but he is already dead. The corruption had claimed him. Your final attack damages his body too much for the dark magic to use him. He collapses to the ground like a puppet whose strings have been cut. The rebel is dead. Okay, we still have to kill these punks, unfortunately. Oh dang, I didn't want to get that up close personal. But we can still do this. You know, one of the things that's funny in retrospect, though, is, you know, how often I made mistakes with, like, characters and attacks and stuff like that. And I still have kind of done that out of habit for some reason. But, you know what? It's all good. It does make walkthroughs a bit more funnier. Although you will see more of that out of blind gameplay rather than, you know, someone who is familiar with the game. I remember seeing somebody's comment on another Let's Player's video that said, play the game first and then do a walkthrough. Nobody likes a blind walkthrough. And to me, that's just true, because for one, I couldn't disagree more with that. I think blind playthroughs are actually quite funny. And, yeah, you don't speak for the rest of us, as far as that is concerned. So yeah, I do enjoy a good blind playthrough, so there might eventually be a game, now that I think about it, that will be done blindly. As there's only like one thing recent. I don't want to spoil what it is. If you know me, then you probably know what it is already, or can at least guess, but I do not want to say it right now, because I don't like to make an empty promise, or anything like that. Alright, I do want to go up to that group real quick and see if... what the heck? You know what? More waste shredders to dispose of. Yeah, I do like the more leniency on abilities in this one compared to the second one. So yeah, I might structure my builds a little bit differently if I find a retrainer, though. Alternatively, I could just use the Shift D type and retrain method, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather just try to stick with what I have right now and then see if I want to invest in retraining. Okay, but as far as the corruption area, looks like we took care of all that we needed to. Okay, yeah, like I said, I'd rather not kill them. So, if there is one bit of mercy I will show, then it will be towards them. Because I can understand why they would stay in the protection of the circle. Okay, now I forgot who gave me the quest Okay. Envoy. Okay, Corrector gave us that one. Racer, Corrector. Okay, so the two quests we had are going to be in Corrector. But we can definitely take care of that worth them quest now. The rebel Alric is dead. You tell Dinez the tale. He is fascinated. I try not to think about how the corruption expanded. The horrors it brings are too great. He removes a pouch. Removes from his pouch a scarab and several jewels. I can't use scarabs, but I do find one from time to time. He gives the treasures to you. I wish I could say our work is done, but it isn't. What rebel do you want me to hunt? A frightening one. The one little is known about. The few who escape her are confused. They can't talk about her. Her name is Ilse. She came here to serve as a mercenary. Ilse isn't from the Wild Realm? No, I don't think. As I said, little is known about her. She is a skilled mage, so she might be from Kellum or the lands on the East Coast. What are Ilse's powers? She is a mage able to twist the thoughts of her enemies, control their actions, change their memories. You know, mage things. You're a hand, so you might be able to resist those cowardly tricks. How can I find Ilse? I have my spies. I've learned that she might be hiding back near Corrector. You can talk to the rebels. You should ask them about her. Now that this ugly war is ending, they might be eager to be rid of her. When you walk by the hand encampment, Selena runs up to you. She has a gleam in her eye you find unsettling. Raylan, I need to talk to you about that construct we found. It is urgent. You are interested in it. She thinks your question is dumb. How could I not be? Would that even be possible? That construct shows signs of intelligence. How could you forget? We need to find it. Why? Because such a thing, if it is what it seemed, is new. It is a new sort of thing. Nothing like it has been made before. Believe me, many tinker mages have tried. It could provide great new learning. Amazing military uses. New learning? New techniques in construct creation. New forms of magic. Even a new sort of life. Truly, it could be one of the great magical discoveries. We need to go out there and find it. Our duty to the pack compels us. We can go and investigate. You are wise, as always. I'm sure the potential gain to the pack far outweighs any minor loss of time. Trust me, Raylan, this is a true opportunity. I'm still preparing some tools and working on a plan. Soon we can travel back to the corruption border. I think Redbeard will be very grateful. That said, she returns to her workbench. Oh, did I get this book here? Okay, it's already in my codex. Okay, I don't mind doing a companion quest, honestly. I mean, this is like our first one. Fleetfoot Scarab. I guess we could equip it on him. But I have to do a little bit of inventory management here. Oh no, I don't want to do that quite yet. And I just got an achievement, augment 20 items. Okay, now we manage. Oh, let's also make sure he has a steel javelin. Okay, does Sechi have anything for us here? Okay, she does have the scarabs and also some armor, but not too great. Sell something. What do you sell? I guess we can buy both of these. Huh. I do want to give that life symbol one to her since I'm taking her on missions a lot. Let's go ahead and put that away then. Okay, so she has a couple good scarabs. Okay, I do have to get more comfortable with getting like better at managing scarabs, but overall, when I start getting more, then I can do that better. I've been dealing with the rebels of Corrector. You tell Rebel what you've been doing since he last spoke. It's not easy. He seems angry and distracted most of the time, but then he pounces on you with sharp questions about minor details. It's an unnerving process. Finally, he nods. You have done well so far. I would have been tempted to slip into Corrector and kill every single rebel there. You correctly detected an opportunity. I've learned that the corruption is being disturbed by Heart Miranda's spirit. Redbeard asks about the details of the encounter. He tries to remain calm, but his hands are trembling. Will I never be free of that mistake? Must that monster torment me even from the grave? Tell me about Heart Miranda. She was my closest advisor for many years. Her husband tried to unseat me. I had to execute him, of course, and then she just wouldn't put it behind her. Then she got her revenge. What did Heart Miranda do? She was Zalessa's pawn. She lowered our defenses, enabling him to raid the Black Fortress. Much was destroyed, and many of our best servants died. If she hadn't weakened and distracted us with that raid, I think I could have found Delesse before he started this war. What should I do with her if I find her? I don't know. She has the strongest spirit I've ever encountered. Sometimes I wonder if anything can be done. No, I must think about this. I don't know how to react yet. I will decide soon, then I will act. Alright, so Delesse has nothing to say to us. Let's head back to correct tour. Somebody also have a quest here, I forgot. Oh yeah. Theresa and also Shaman of Rilda had quest here. Okay, yeah, okay, that now I remember. We don't want to clear out that one yet. Because we would have to go into the trophy room, and we aren't ready to take that stuff on yet. A Warborn drum was taking shelter in that circle. I spoke to them. It sounds like they are unfortunates, not mindless brigands. Yet that the circle is still sacred. They cannot be there. Perhaps you can find a way to spare them, but they have to leave. Okay. I'm hunting for a rebel named Ilse. Do you know where she is? Emery is silent for a long moment. I knew this time would come. For there to be peace, some rebels must die. They have done too much, killed too many enemies. Ilse is... she frightens even me, all of us. We aren't scared to admit it. The other warriors at the table nod. You would give her up? It is necessary for peace. We lost. It is the price we pay. Why is she so scary? She has powers. She trained to be a shaman. Then she found another power. Something strange. She can take minds. She controls them. Animals or people, it is all the same. How can you not fear one like that? Unless you are a hand, I guess. So where is she? To the northwest in an old abandoned tower. She's hiding there alone. I think she is alone. But beware, she can cloud minds. She clouds minds. She will have ways to keep you from finding her. He chuckles. You're a hand, though. Don't you always win? I have been to the border of the corruption and learned much. You tell Defender Emery about the Shades, how you met them, what they said. The warriors surrounding you listen with awe to every detail of the tale. You encountered the corruption and lived. They are impressed. Emery, however, shows no emotion. That is a start, I suppose. A hint. Tell me, Hand, what must happen now? Someone needs to enter the corruption and calm the disturbance. Yes, someone with great power, cunning, and resources. Someone like Avadon, like you. He looks at you and I. Raylan, you are my enemy. You are also brave, maybe even honorable. Even if not, we need you. While you are gone, the corruption grew, faster than before. 2 villages were devoured. We must negotiate now. We can make an exchange. Save my people to end the rebellion. I already have Redbeard's confidence. I can speak for the pack. Defender Emery nods. Then we can negotiate. You want a rebellion to end? It can happen. The festive mood from you were telling your tale has gone. The proud warriors around you look scared and defeated. Their dream is dying before them. I am ready to act. What can I do to end the rebellion? If you can stop the corruption from expanding, I will meet with the pack. Not Avadon, the pack. I will negotiate a surrender of the northern rebels. We will fight against Delesse. I will get the other rebels to surrender as well. I don't think they will fight once we are gone. The strange thing the Shade told you, we understand them. We know where they were telling you to go. Agree, and I will aid you. Before we agree, though, there is one thing I must demand. What is your demand? We have rebelled. Avadon is brutal and vengeful. We fear you, I admit it. Yet I think you have honor. Maybe even mercy. You are the negotiator. I am no fool. I know the leaders of the rebellion will die. I must die. I demand you spare my army. Let them return to their homes. I ask you, please, swear this to me. Botan Oz. The small bit of mercy would be very wise. I do not want to kill more than I have to. You look at Selena. She shrugs. I'll follow your orders, Raylan. Hunting down rebel soldiers will be a lot of work. But if you order it... I will make sure that your soldiers are spared, but your leaders must answer to the pact. And that will be the end of me. Anna Rilda and Theresa and so many who only wanted. He is silent. In the shadows behind you, some are crying. I am forced to trust you, Raylan. I agreed to these terms. He reaches out and you shake hands. I can tell you where to go. Tell me where I need to go. The Shade told you to go to Mana Bay C. It was unclear. It meant Monitor Bay C. It was a pact fortress, there to watch the corruption. It was lost. I only know where it is. He points out a location on your map. I don't know what is there now. I don't know what to expect. I only know that this is where the Shade wanted you to go. A new location has appeared on your world map. Tell me more about it. The pact built 4 outposts in the corruption. That foul place found ways to destroy them all. The war kept the pact from building more. I only know where it is because our merchants took goods there once. If I could help you, I would. Have your scouts been there? No, I would not do my warriors that way. I have the location, that is all. Okay. You know, it's funny, as I actually didn't catch on to that like right away. That probably meant Monitor Base C, but it clearly is. Okay, we are going to raise tool use and charge weapons for the last time. Yeah, still the maximum value of the skill is 4, so I just wanted to check that. Is this the ruined tower over here then? I think there's a lot of things on the map right now. Okay, is this the tower we're talking about? When you're in a small storeroom, you feel dizzy. It seems like simple fatigue at first, but you aren't fooled. Someone nearby is using mental magic on you, leaving you confused. The feeling soon passes. You know that Emery didn't lead you wrong. Ilse it is here somewhere. You search the closet carefully, then you do it again. It takes time, but you finally detect the illusion. It's the whole south wall. It looks and feels solid. It is only when you close your eyes and try to walk through it that your brain shakes off the spell. You round the corner and find yourself facing Ilse. She set up a nice bedroom up here in this abandoned trapper's home. Though you aren't sure how much of what you are seeing is real, or come to think of it, if Ilse is real. The Ilse you are looking at says, "I was waiting for Avadon to find me. After you are dead, I will take your face and name. Then I will travel to Linnea safely. Maybe I'll even visit your loved ones." You try to negotiate with her, but she isn't listening. "Prepare to die, Hand. I don't care what your thoughts are. It doesn't matter. Soon, your mind will be gone forever." Alright, stop Wraith. Ilse collapses to the ground and dies. Her illusions fade away. The decor remains the same. You guess that her bedroom really was that nice. Another rebel, and a particularly nasty one at that, has fallen to the might of Avadon. Okay, so she wasn't overwhelmingly strong or anything, but, you know, best to be safe than sorry. Wait, what is that called? A stabby stash. Okay. Okay, game. But you know what? It can come in handy, so we'll put it on. Okay, so this was just an exit out. Okay, so that was a quick one to clear out. Alright, let's go back to Deniz. I found Ilse the Rebel, then I defeated her. You tell Deniz the story. He is truly impressed. The illusions, the charms, my nightmare is fighting someone like her. Laws and honor are useless when another can simply take your control away. He presents you with a fine leather belt and a sack of silver coins. An adequate bounty, I hope, for valuable service. I like to keep hunting rebels. I am glad there is one more rebel on the loose who might be hated enough to disrupt the peace. I'm trying to find him. Come back later and I might have a mission. Okay. We'll raise this and this. Oh, I forgot I could also have raised this too. We can do that. Can. But right now I did want to raise that. You approach Redbeard. As usual, he's staring down at the field of maps and reports on the table in front of them. He is perfectly still, lost in thought. So lost, in fact, that he doesn't notice your arrival. You wait. He still isn't responding. He just stares fixedly at one report from the field. The only sign of movement is a constant trembling in his hands. I've come to report. Redbeard doesn't respond. He just keeps staring at the report. You look at it. It seems entirely routine. You look at the nearby guards. They don't meet your gaze. You keep waiting. The guards shift around nervously. Nobody says anything. Redbeard just sits there. Redbeard? Finally, you get a reaction from the Keeper of Avadon. Rage. His head jerks around to look at you. His gaze as well. What are you doing lurking there? Sneaking up on me? Spying? Do you know how dangerous that is? The guards desperately wish they were somewhere else. I didn't. When you start to speak, he says, silence. He stares at you, breathing heavily. Then he manages to calm down a little. His hands are still shaking, though. It is unwise to sneak up on a Keeper of Avadon. You might get the wrong idea. You think I am unwell. You are wrong. You stare at the floor and stay quiet. Redbeard stares at you and breathes heavily. Then he calms down. Well, Raylan, Keeper of Avadon is a dangerous job. Startling me is not a good idea. You have something you want to discuss? Okay, so nothing here. I wonder if the left has anything to say, but let's go ahead and just save the game right here, and I'll see you all with the next part.